This is the title poem called Breathing Spaces. A road from my heart curls back to a village where an old peepal tree stands guard against the termites of time. In broad daylight shades a sun-tanned child, and at night ghosts of memory dance in the hollow. A canopy stretched on a broken well, glowing intensity of a mother's love, sometimes oozing, sometimes dripping, sometimes flowing into an endless stream, rushes through the green fields, well bounded by a red brick wall, flushed with the anger of a stern father. I could not stay rooted, I could not stay rooted like the peepal tree, and moved away, leaving the green fields behind, the red brick wall, a mere stain on my conscience, but I carried a little garden in my heart, where a white rose blooms by midnight. When breathing spaces die on the edge of my gas chamber. That's it. The second one is called Frozen Moments. A watery smile flickering across your silent lips, laced with the pain of yesteryears, is a memory I would much rather forget. A testimony to disquieting nights when you sobbed endlessly through the darkness, as I lay by your side, dreaming of two little cuckoo birds nestling and cooing through the rain, or drab and insipid days stretched between you and me, separating us like two shores of a stagnant pool, whirling and gurgling in its own scum. Wish I could wipe the pain with my silent gaze, sing the cuckoo song across the drain, or make the stagnant water rush again. The third one is called Endless Wait. Endless rooms open into one another, breathlessly, pausing only at lonely corners, inviting the cut glass chandeliers to cut through the stillness of twilight. The plush green carpet, greener than the grass outside, smiles a thick, crooked smile. Potted plants droop down in shame. Hussein's horses leap out of the frame and trot off into wilderness. Curtains roll up on freshly painted windows. Profile of an old man perched in the gateway yawns over yesteryears and waits to find a room beyond the emptiness of endless rooms.
Have I run out of my time?
Should I go on to another minute?
There's time for another one. Yeah? Time for another one.
Sure. Then let this be the last one.
Yeah.
The last one is called, Can I Afford to Sleep Tonight? Terror was there, out there, in some distant far off land, in some distant far off countryside, growing wild amid corn and wheat, like some straggly old country cousin. I didn't have to hear the sound of the gun. I didn't have to see the mound of corpses. I could sit pretty in my bed and read the headlines or rush to the office, poring over facts and figures buried in a heap of files I could easily forget. Terror came out of the countryside. It was still there, not here, haggling in the marketplace, dressed as a well-bred city guy. I didn't have to hear the sound of the gun. I didn't have to see the mound of corpses. Sometimes in the afternoon heat, I would attend the funeral of a city boss and walk back home laughing over a hearty meal I could still forget. Terror started stalking the streets, here, there, everywhere, posing as a postman, went to all my neighbors with the news. I didn't hear the sound of the gun. I didn't see the mound of corpses. Late in the evening, with my windows barred and shut, sitting in my drawing room and watching news on TV, I could pretend not to remember. Now the terror is at my doorstep, knocking hard, banging the door, looking somewhat like a policeman, promises to deliver me of my enemy. I may not hear the sound of the gun, I may not see the mound of corpses, but I can see the blood stains on my children's faces and mortal dread in my wife's eyes. Can I now pretend to forget? Can I afford to sleep tonight? Thank you.